Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Just going to go over what I consider to be the best case scenario for the West Coast Eagles for the upcoming national draft. I'm an Eagles fan, have been since I was about 5 years old, when I can first remember watching footy. So before I do that, I just want to give you guys the special announcement. I've been working behind the scenes trying to get you my mock draft simulator. I've got it to a point where I'm reasonably happy with it. I just need a little bit of assistance from you guys, and then I can release it out to the world. Where I'll just give you a quick demo of what we're looking at. All right, so let me just bring it up for you. So this is the current mock draft simulator that you guys know about. I've been running this one locally off my own computer, keeping it all, stable as I can. But behind the scenes, I've put together a website, sortaramafl.com, where you'll be able to try the app. Click the button here, and it's going to greet you with a password. Okay, I plan to release that password once I've qualified for YouTube to bring this app under some memberships for the YouTube channel. All right, so you'll be able to find that throughout the year. I'm going to release additional player pools, like you can do last year's draft, for instance, or you might want to revisit the 2001 Super Draft, something like that. You enter your password, and this is the version I've managed to come up with. This is all online now, so you guys will be able to access this site. There's a few little tweaks that I haven't quite managed to transfer across perfectly. You can see you got the white tram lines, but all the match logic, matching bid logic works correctly. You'll be able to access that. The trade simulator, we can trade picks, all that kind of stuff. That's all going to be available to you, okay? And then as the year progresses, as little talking points develop throughout the year, I'll be releasing different draft pools into this thing for you guys, and just to keep you happy, interested, and mock drafting the way that the list managers will do it. I'll go back to my local one. Where are we? So this is the local one. So you can see here, if you wanted to redo last year's draft, we can load that in. And you got your Sam Lawler, Finn O'Sullivan, Richmond, North Melbourne. I think Jagger went third. Yeah, so we can do that for you as well. All right, so that's the plan going forward. I just need you guys to get me to that little benchmark that YouTube's requesting of me, and then I can provide you guys the password, and this app will be all yours, free of charge. I'm not going to charge anyone for it. I just ask for a little bit of support on the channel. Basically, we just need to rack up. I think it's a few hundred watching hours, and then I am there. Okay, so let's try and get that. Even if you throw an old video of mine in the background and just walk away, do your chores, that's fine. Just help us get to that little benchmark. As soon as I've got that, I'm going to release that password to you guys, and we can all mock draft together. All right, so that's the announcement. I hope you guys enjoy it, and looking forward to that. Could potentially be done by tonight, I think, this afternoon. That'll be good. Let's all just work together, and we will we'll get there. All right. So let's get into it. I'll reload my 2025 player pool. Okay. And let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm an Eagles fan, have been forever. West Coast enter this draft with probably the strongest hand out of everyone. You can see here we've got the points, 7,000 comparative to everyone else's hand. It's considerably better. Obviously, picks 1 and 2 extremely valuable. All right, so I just want to play out what I believe to be a dream scenario for West Coast and what I hope to happen. Whether it does or not, we don't know. Okay, so before we start anything, Cal Tomi's been reporting that Carlton's 2 picks are on the move. Okay, so we're looking at, I believe Essendon are going to be trading that first one Essendon are going to be trading for that first pick from Carlton. So let's give pick 9, and then they're going to be giving these first end of the first round, start of the second round picks to Carlton. Now remember, Carlton need to increase their point tally for Harry Dean bid. Okay, so this is the trade I believe that will go through. Makes more sense for everyone. Essendon can still use pick 43, as that's going to fall in front of pick 83. So that'll be a later matching bid pick for Essendon. So they can do they can hit both of their targets. Carlton get more points for a Harry Dean bid. Okay, we do that. And then the other trade is for pick 11, and North Melbourne are going to be trading. It was a future second and their 25 pick, their pick at 25. Okay, so let's execute that. This is how the current draft board stands with those two picks that Cal's reported. Is usually a pretty good source of information, so we're going to do that. There's North's pick there that they've traded up for, and there's Essendon's pick that they've traded up for. All right, so let's play it out. We're looking at Duursma. Everyone's pretty convinced and everyone's pretty happy that Duursma is going to be going pick 1 to the West Coast Eagles, and then Zeke Ulan. I think Gold Coast will probably be making trades as well, because they want to get rid of pick 15 before this Zeke Ulan trade. They can probably split that up into multiple back end picks and get a few more points. Their challenge that they're facing is matching bids for both Zeke Ulan and Dylan Patterson. Okay, but in this instance, for the sake of this video, we're just going to play it out as if they went into deficit. Okay, we've got the matching bids. These are the picks they're going to use. This is the overpay that the picks used accumulates. They're actually spending 2430. They only needed 2233. Okay, and they're going to get a compo pick between Sydney and Essendon at around 43. As I've explained on other videos, it says around 43 because that's the pre-acceptance of the match bid, and then you burn 2 picks and everyone moves up 2. So it's 41. That's it here. Okay, that's how it works, and you guys, this will all be available to you guys shortly. This is where the Eagles come into. I do not, as an Eagles fan, I would like the West Coast Eagles maybe to think otherwise than picking Cooper Duff Tyler. He is widely regarded. Well, Cal thinks he's picked 2. So, he's usually had a pretty good strike rate. What I would like to see is them start to make some trades, and what I would think would be a better case scenario for West Coast would be to, now that Essendon trade has gone through, we look at what Essendon can offer the Eagles. Okay, so Essendon want Cooper Duff Tyler. Eagles don't want to move too far back. They still want a high-end talent. Okay, so Essendon gives them their best possible pick. And so I would look at pick 6 and 10 for West Coast, and West Coast give up 3 and 39 or even 32. And that will basically give West Coast, they've moved back 2 spots, but they're still going to get an extremely good player, and they've brought up their their extra pick way up the ladder, way up the order. Okay, so we'll play that out. That feels like a fair trade to me. We go through here. Where are we? Run draft. Now, Essendon take Cooper Duff Tyler. We look at that, and then Richmond are going to bid on Dylan Patterson. As I said before, Gold Coast are going to go into a little bit of a deficit. It's only going to be 35 points. It won't really affect their draft pick next year too much. Okay, Richmond are then going to take Sullivan Roby and Xavier Taylor. Okay, now West Coast are going to take, who I think we should take with pick 2, Dyson Sharp. He's a contested clearance beast, and that is something that the Eagles lacked big time, especially with the injury of Elliot Yeo last year. All right, Essendon are up again, so they're looking at probably bidding on Annabelle. Would be a good get at that. Brisbane say no. Then they try their luck with Harry Dean. Carlton say no, we're going to take him. And then Essendon go with Sam Cumming. Okay. Then we're looking at Melbourne, who are they thinking? They're trying to bring in some marking forwards. They've brought in Myercheck in the off-season. You could probably pair him up with Schubert and teach him the ins and outs of AFL footy over the next few years while Myercheck's still on the list. Okay. Then we've had a few players drop down the list. Grill's also been linked to Richmond, but he has slipped here to Melbourne. And I'm going to go with Sam Grill. He goes there, stops his slide. Now, West Coast, this is the pick that they already retained. We've matched all the bids. All the Gold Coast players are up. Brizzy's gone and the Carlton bid has gone. Okay, so here West Coast are going to take the best West Australian prospect, Jacob Farrow, keep him on this side of the Nullarbor. And we've still got a pick to go at pick 17. It's not that far back. So here we're going to go Hawthorn. We think we'll take possibly Hawthorn's a bit of an unknown, we think. Probably an Oscar Taylor type of player. And then North, who have just traded up, would probably be looking at the best key defender. They need a good defender, or North would need a bit of everything, a bit like the Eagles, really, when it's all said and done. But I think a good kicker would also do. So we'll go Josh Lindsay. They've obviously got someone in mind for that reason for trading up. Josh Lindsay was a top 10 pick for most of the year to a lot of people. He slipped pretty far here at pick 15. All right. And then same deal with Ollie Greaves. He slipped a bit, often thought of as a top 10 pick. These are the picks available at GWS's pick when they get on the clock. So here, Ollie Greaves will be the pick, and this is West Coast. So what we're looking at here is what pick 2 used to be. And for this instance, as a best case scenario for West Coast, a dream scenario where we're filling list needs and we're bringing in talented players, we're going to bring in Lockie Daviston, the best small forward in the draft. All right, so we'll bring it up here. West Coast draft hand, instead of picking up 2 and 2 being Cooper Duff Tyler or Sullivan Roby or whoever it might be, we've turned Sullivan Roby / Cooper Duff Tyler into Dyson Sharp and Lockie Daviston. Okay, Sharp should really be pick 2 by himself. I wouldn't have any issue with him taking pick 1 even. Like, he is a major need and he feels like a safer bet than a lot of these other players. So, yeah, that's basically, as a West Coast fan, this is how I would like the draft to play out. Let us know what you think. I might be dreaming, I might be deluded, but I think this is the way we can see this played out. And we've also baked in these 2 trades that Cal Twomey has reported on yesterday. Let us know what you think. As I said before, please support the channel. Let me get this thing out to you. Once I qualify that, I can release the password, and this app is all yours, free to use, and we can all have a bit of fun in the lead up to the draft on Wednesday. Okay, so let's get those watch hours up and a bit of support, like and subscribe, all that business. Drop a comment, let us know what you think. And cheers. Yeah, thank you very much for all the support so far. Have a nice day. See ya.